Hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is in your location. Um, I'm coming to you with a really heartbreaking story of Zkira Kemp, a Killeen, Texas native who went to Maryland with her best friend and his girlfriend for his girlfriend's birthday and somehow never made it back home in one piece. Okay, so I'm gonna read what I read on the story because it was so heartbreaking. And thank you to the North Carolina Beat for providing the commentary that I'm about to tell you about Miss Zkira Kemp. It says a Killeen, Texas mother is searching for truth about what happened to her 20-year-old daughter, Zkira Taish Kemp. It is another story where so-called friends lie about what happened. However, Zkira mother Jolanda Kemp tells the North Carolina Beat that she will not rest until she knows the truth about what happened to her daughter. Jolanda and her daughter Jolanda said her daughter was attending Prairie View A&M University in Prairie View, Texas, but was at home in Killeen, Texas for summer break. She said her daughter left Killeen a few days early and returned to Prairie View because Zachariah's guy friend Michael Dukes and his girlfriend Rhonda Ellis Tinsley were going to Maryland to celebrate Rhonda's birthday. They would be staying with friends up there named Aiden Fair. Jolanda said she told her daughter before she left Killeen and when she got on the road to drive to Maryland to make sure she kept her location on at all times. Zachariah, Michael, and Rhonda hit the road in the early morning hours of Sunday, July the 3rd, 2022, and they arrived in Hanover, Maryland on the evening of Monday, July the 4th. Jolanda said the whole time her daughter was gone, she had her location on. She said she went to work Thursday, July the 7th, and worked from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Jolanda said at 10:30 on Thursday, July the 7th, when she checked her phone, her daughter's location showed that she was at a bowling alley. When Jolanda got off early Friday morning at 1 o'clock on July the 8th, she noticed that her daughter's location had been turned off, which was around the time her daughter was allegedly involved in the accident, which we'll learn more about that below. Jolanda told the North Carolina Beat that she thought about calling her daughter when she noticed the location was off, but did not and said she could call her later Friday morning. At the time, Jolanda didn't know that her daughter had been in an alleged car accident. Later Friday morning, Jolanda said she woke up around 7 a.m. and did not have a phone call or a text from her daughter. Later that morning, Jolanda said she got a call from her friend Lakeisha Coles, who told her that Aiden's mom was trying to contact her because something had happened with the kids. Jolanda asked what's going on with the kids, and she said Lakeisha told her that she had no information about what was going on and was given to her just to call Aiden's mom because Aiden's mom needed to speak to her. Jananda said she was frantic, but she called because she did not know what was going on and wanted to know what had happened with the kid. Aiden's mom was so nervous to speak to Jolanda that she calls Michael's mom, Tracy, on a three-way call to join in. Jolanda said Michael's mom was sobbing, so she knew something wasn't right. Jolanda said she was still confused about what had happened and kept asking what's going on with the kids. but they would not say anything. Jolanda said she was finally able to get everyone. I mean, it said out of the blue, Jolanda said, just come out and ask, is my child dead? And when she said that, the phone hung up. Jolanda said she finally was able to get everyone back on the phone and was able to speak to Aiden. She said Aiden told her he did not go out with Zkira, Michael, and Rhonda. To which Jolanda said, she was confused because her daughter and her friends had driven to Maryland to celebrate Rhonda's birthday with Aiden. Jolanda said that when she spoke back to Aiden, Mom, she was told that Zachariah was drunk driving, hit a tree, and did not live. But according to the autopsy report obtained by the North Carolina Beat, Zachariah was in the back seat of the car. Now I am gonna post this autopsy report on my community tab because I feel like this is something of a strange story, and we're gonna get into it even more. My antennas went up when I heard him calling my name in the background, asking to see my face. Wait a minute, let me go back, okay? Because I lost my place. Let's see. It says everyone in the car survived but Zachariah. However, Jolanda said Michael's mother told her he had serious injuries. Jolanda said she was told that Michael had a broken hip, broken leg, fractured skull, two collapsed lungs, and had to get open heart surgery. However, Jolanda said she was suspicious when she heard Michael calling her name and asking to see her face to face while she was talking to his mom. She said her antennas went up when I heard him calling my name in the background and asking to see me face to face because his mom said he had open heart surgery, two collapsed lungs, so how could he talk so fast? Jolanda said Jolanda said she knew something was not right when she had to be just been told that Michael injuries by his mother, but was able to talk so fast, and the accident had just occurred hours earlier. Jolanda told North Carolina Beat that she had later learned that the car had ignited in flames and her daughter was trapped inside, and neither Michael nor Rhonda tried to get her out, but they got themselves out. Jolanda said her daughter was burned so badly that she was unrecognizable. Jolanda said she was told different stories about what happened after the wreck. Now, if this story don't sound eerily familiar to the story of, um, well, not, I mean, in the sense that it was friends went out of town, I really don't understand this story, and I'm gonna be calling the attorney general. They just got a new attorney general in Maryland, and I'm gonna be calling his office and finding out what's going on with this girl's case because this mom should not be struggling to find out what happened to her daughter. But it gets even worse, so we're gonna keep on reading, okay? Let's see. Jolanda was told different stories about what happened in the wreck. She said Michael had told her that where the accident happened, there were only woods and no houses, so they couldn't get help. She said then Michael told her that he was able to save Rhonda from the car and not Zachariah. Jolanda and Michael's story did not seem real because how could a person with a broken hip, broken leg, fractured skull, two collapsed lungs, and needing open heart surgery be able to get someone out of a vehicle? When Jolanda spoke to Rhonda, her story wasn't any better. Jolanda said Rhonda told her that all she remembered was them all laughing, and the next thing she knew, she woke up in the hospital. On Monday, July the 15th, 2022, Jolanda said she went to Maryland to see her daughter's body, but was denied and told that it was against Maryland medical examiner guidelines. And while she was there, she was going to go to the crash site at the address that was listed in the local paper. She said she remembered being told by her daughter's friend that the accident happened in the middle of nowhere and there were no houses around. Jolanda said there were in someone's they were in someone's yard when she and her friend pulled up to where the accident occurred. If they were in someone's yard, then why didn't they run to the people's house to get help? Jolanda said, I just like, I'm just like, ain't no way this is where this happened at. But it was. While Jolanda was at the wreck site, she said she had a photo of her daughter and she wanted to place it at the crash site to honor her daughter. Jolanda said as she was getting ready to put her daughter's picture in the ground, a woman came outside of the house and spoke to her. Jolanda said she told the woman that her daughter was killed in a car accident in the spot and that she was placing a photo to honor her. Jolanda said the woman told her that a man had come with children the day after the accident and was crying beside the tree and told her husband that his son was killed in the fire there. She said the woman told her that the man came out a second time telling them again that his son was killed in the fire there and that his other son was in critical condition and a girl walked away. I said, what? Jolanda said the woman reiterated that a man came out and the following day with children and told her she and her husband that his son had died in the fire. Jolanda felt everything was staged and planned and stuff was not adding up. She said that she could not identify her daughter's body, and the medical examiner office in Maryland told her that she had to agree to cremate her daughter's body before they released it to the funeral home. I wanted my daughter's body shipped home, but they didn't give me a choice. Jolanda said they would not release my daughter's body to the funeral home until I signed cremation paperwork. The autopsy report stated that the 3.3 body they received, right forearm was greater than left, and both legs were amputated. However, Jolanda said when she was shown photos of the body that was to be her daughter, that body had legs and contradicted the written report. I wanted to know why the photos she showed me contradicted her report, Jolanda said. Jolanda said there was no 911 call and wants to know who called 911 and how did the police, fire, and MES get on scene. North Carolina B is looking more into Zkira's alleged death and all involved. Gerald will be interviewing Zkira's mom on Tuesday, December the 6th, 2020 at 8 p.m. Now that's all that they had on there. So I looked at the interview with Gerald from the North Carolina Beat, and the story was so sad. To know that this 20-year-old went to Maryland with some friends, and to know that this mom never got to see her baby, not even her body again, because they made her cremate this girl's body. Now, I'm not for sure what happens in other states because I'm in Alabama. Okay, and this little girl, she was from Texas, and I can't imagine a mom not being able to have their daughter's body given back to them, to have to be told that you have to have your child cremated in order to get her remains. Like, that is ridiculous. So I'm asking anybody that hears this story, if we cannot flood somebody in these Maryland offices in Hanover, Maryland, get the answers that this lady needs. She needs answers about her daughter. Like, how did the police know where to come if no 911 call was made? How did this girl burn in a car in the back seat of her own car? Like, this was her car. How did she burn in the back seat of her car? And everybody else that was in the car with her simply got out. Like, this doesn't make the math ain't mathing, okay? And you don't have to be an accountant, you don't have to be a rocket science to know that there are so many holes in this story, okay? That mom said when she called the police, he had a different story from the medical examiner. Now, she said also that the medical examiner called her and told her, don't tell nobody, but that the police had asked her, did she do drugs? What did that have to do with anything? I have no idea. She said once she said no, she said they didn't say anything else, but she said she was just shocked that they asked her, did she do drugs? This is ridiculous. It's too many babies that are going on trips with these alleged friends and not returning home, and we're not getting the answers that we need. These are our babies that are leaving, going on trips with so called friends and not returning home. It's ridiculous. And we have to do something about it to make sure that these moms don't continue to suffer. All they want to do is find out what happened to their babies. And it sucks that we don't know what happened to this 20-year-old, beautiful black little girl that left her house in Killeen, Texas, going to Hanover, Maryland, and all her mama has is her ashes. Again, I'm going to put this autopsy report on my community post, on a community tab, and so you can look at it. You can also go to the North Carolina Beat website for more information on this story. It is very sad. I ask that you pray for this family, that they get the answers that they need, that this mom gets the peace that she needs, and then let's get her some justice. You know, it doesn't. It takes so many for us to get the recognition that other people get automatically because of their skin color. It shouldn't be a skin thing, but our young black children don't get the attention when they're automatically just dead as someone of white descent may get. So if you could, if you know anything, somebody that's in Maryland, if you know somebody that knows somebody that we can call to get these answers to get flowing, because I don't understand how a whole police department has done their research and they have no answers. And this happened in July. We're in December. It happened in July. All this took place on July the 7th. Well, somewhere in between July the 7th, July the 8th, early morning hours. But how we don't have answers and it's December. This is sad. It's sad. 20 years old. She had just started to live. And now her life is gone. And all her mom has is her ashes. Because they wouldn't give her a body back. And I think that's just sad. So that's all I got for this story. If I find out any more information, I will do an update on this story. But I would like to end this with a prayer for that mom, for this family, that they find the answers that they need, that they get the justice that Zkira Kemp needs, and that these police officers stop protecting and covering up for these kids that obviously they know the families of. So, Heavenly Father, I come to you as humble as I know how. Lord, I know you said if we ask, you would give unto us. Right now, I'm not asking for nothing for me, Lord. I'm asking you to touch the Kemp family, Lord. Give them peace. Give them the answers that they need. Lord, I'm asking you that you reveal anything that needs to be revealed in this case. That you make it known what happened to this baby who left her home in Killeen, Texas, went to Hanover, Maryland, and then all of a sudden she's not alive anymore. Lord, this family needs peace. It's hard for this mother. I saw that mother cry. Lord, please take that pain away from her. Make it easier for her. Lift her burden. Lord, I ask that you cover that family. Cover that mother. Give her the love and attention that she needs. Give her that virtual hug, that love that you only you can give. In your son Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you for watching. Any updates that I have, I will be giving it out. Any information that I get, I'll put it on my community tab. So if you would like to get any information, that's where it'll be. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.